The Meddlesome Meeples present the Quest Report with Matt and Richard.
This is quite a strange mix of a few different genres, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really an interesting combination because what it does is it takes like a village development, resource management aspect of like a Euro and smashes it together with storytelling.
Yes.
So more in line with something like Tales of the Arabian Nights. What this reminded me of quite a bit as well, the adventure aspect of this reminded me of, was like the choose your own adventure type books that we all used to love as kids.
Yeah.
But this is the most fun part of the game for me, and I think also for everybody that I've played this with.
Yeah, but if there wasn't this aspect of having your own village and you want to get resources for it and everything, I think that makes that better.
Yeah.
You know, the exploring side of it is because you've got a village to go back to with the spoils that you've just got. It makes it a bit more fun. It's more like you are adventuring for something.
I loved as well the little village cards that you get with this, and with that it shows you at the top what your various actions are, so you don't have to think, oh, you know, what are those actions again, because all of these pictures very, very clearly explain what's what. I think it's a really nice game. If it was just the adventuring, like you said, I don't think I'd have enjoyed it as much, but I would have still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
If it was just the resource management part, again, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it that much.
Yeah, it's both together. It just makes it so much more.
It just adds so much. Each complements each other really well.
This game, for Euro games that have victory points, I am normally not too keen on that aspect of them, because I like there to be something kind of a bit more intrinsic to the game that decides whether you win or lose. But this one, because of the adventuring, because the journey is so fun, I don't really mind. It's like I'm trying to build a good village, and some things will give me victory points, but I don't really mind. I was just getting lots of beds for my villagers and resources, and trying to get good villagers that could go on adventures and get me more resources, and I just enjoyed that aspect of it. So I did really enjoy this. The only concern I had was how long it would take before you know most of the book.
That was one of my concerns as well, but one thing I have noticed is that when we play it, you will find that as you go through these adventures, you may average one around, because the first round you're probably not going to use any of your villagers for that, because you're going to try and get some cards to give you bonuses and things in the early rounds.
Yeah.
And then in the later rounds you're going to go on more. And if you think maybe in the whole game you're probably going to go on, by the time you've got more villagers and can do more than one adventure around in the later rounds, that will probably balance out the earlier rounds where you didn't do it as much. So there's a couple of hundred of these, and 213, and there are 215 in the original book, and I believe you can buy extra another encounter book with more encounters.
It then. Yeah, if you can get more encounters for it, then that's fine.
But if you think even in a say in a 3-player game, 7 encounters each, 21 is, you could have 10 games in theory without doubling up. I think as well you could create your own adventures for this quite easily.
Yeah.
For me personally, everything in this game is about the encounter book. When I buy new buildings, I'm thinking about how is this going to help me with encounters? I'm buying new villages and I'm thinking, how are these villagers going to help me with my encounters? What options are they going to give me? So for me, it's all about that. I'm not so bothered about the rest of the village beyond that, other than trying to get different things to give me points at the end. But most of my concern in this is how can I better adventure? And I love that aspect of that game. This is a game that personally I would highly recommend for everyone. I would go as far as to say that I would consider it an essential game in my collection, because there's so many people I can play this with. I say I've played this with people who play heavy Euros, medium weight games, light games, gateway games, with people that have never played games before. Every single one has enjoyed it.
Well,
I think that says shows just how good of a game it is. It's not a heavy game, it's a quick game, and it's a game that we were saying last time when we played it, you kind of finish and you want more rounds.
Yeah.
But I think not having those extra rounds is important, because otherwise you would probably go through the encounters a bit too fast.
Yeah, and by that time you'd have so many villagers. The 8th round would take absolutely ages.
Farewell, Quester. To find out about other productions by the Meddlesome Meeples, then check out our channel or rendezvous with us at meddlesomemeeples.com. Until next time, Quester, farewell and keep thine axe sharp.